APD officer accused of driving drunk and abandoning his police car after a crash is now on paid suspension, and the chief is speaking out. Here's News 13's Marissa Lucero.
Kim, court documents say Joshua Malecki drove drunk from the west side across town to the Heights after he got into a fight with his wife and eventually called police on himself.
We take these matters extremely seriously.
Reaction straight from Albuquerque Police Chief Gordon Eden less than 24 hours after APD says one of its own drove drunk and crashed into a median near Wyoming and I-40 while driving a police car like this one late last night.
He was in his marked police vehicle at the time. He was off duty, and he was in his marked police vehicle.
According to a criminal complaint, Joshua Malecki claims he had a fight with his wife at their home near Ladera Golf Course, had a drink and a shot before getting in his car and crashing nearly 10 miles away. The complaint states Malecki called a friend to pick him up from the scene and take him home.
We have no information right now from any of our officers that were present last night that it was another police officer, that it was a friend. Now, that could change, and we will deal with that appropriately too. If there was some lying that was done.
Once he was home, Malecki called his supervisor to say he'd been in a crash, but never called 911. An officer showed up at his home saying Malecki still had bloodshot eyes and smelled of alcohol. The chief says overall, the situation is upsetting.
I am disappointed because there are other choices.
An internal investigation has now begun. Malecki failed a breathalyzer test, but police didn't say how drunk he was. APD says he left his cruiser parked on a side street after the crash. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Marissa. Again, the officer was released on his own recognizance a few hours after his arrest.